Insurance is the hidden bill nobody checks before buying an EV, and the gap is enormous. The most expensive electric vehicle in America costs over $10,000 a year to insure. The cheapest, under $2,000. Same roads, same coverage, 5 times the price. And the cheapest one is not the small hatchback you are picturing. It is a full-size truck. Today, I am counting down the 10 EVs with the cheapest insurance in 2026 with real premium data, so the quote never ambushes you at the dealership. Let's get into it. Kicking off the list at number 10 is America's range per dollar champion, which turns out to be an insurance value too, the Chevrolet Equinox EV. An Insure study specifically called out the Equinox EV as one of the most affordable electric cars to insure in America. And the reasons are exactly what you would guess. Mass market positioning, mainstream parts pricing, a huge dealer and repair network that keeps claim costs down. That combination is what insurers love. When a fender bender does not require exotic parts shipped from a boutique supplier or a technician certified by a startup, the claim closes fast and cheap, and your premium reflects it. The Equinox EV is built by the biggest automaker in America on a high volume platform, which means body panels, sensors, and components are plentiful and priced like normal car parts. Pair that with what the vehicle already delivers. 319 miles of range from $33,600, the best range per dollar of any EV on sale, and the total ownership math gets very hard to beat. Cheap to buy, cheap to run, and now certified cheap to insure. For the budget-focused buyer, the Equinox EV keeps stacking wins. Number 9 is the EV insurers have trusted longer than any other, the Nissan Leaf. The Leaf lands on nearly every cheapest to insure list in America, and its secret weapon is history. This nameplate has been on our roads for 15 years, which means insurance companies have mountains of real claims data on it. And boring, predictable data is exactly what earns a low premium. Think about what the Leaf represents from an insurer's desk. Conservative power that does not tempt drivers into trouble. A long safety record. Widespread parts availability built over a decade and a half of production. A simple electric drivetrain that repair shops across the country already know. Every one of those factors shaves risk. And risk is the entire business of pricing insurance. The bonus for 2026 buyers is that the redesigned Leaf carries those insurance virtues into a dramatically better car, a modern crossover shape, up to 303 miles of range, and NACS port for supercharger access, and a starting price under $30,000. The only catch, as I covered before, is supply. Nissan has limited imports, so finding one takes patience. But if you do, you get one of the cheapest EVs in America to buy and to insure in the same package. Number 8 is the sensible crossover that insurers rate like a family sedan, the Kia Niro EV. The Niro shows up in nearly every cheapest to insure ranking in America, and it earns that spot by being everything an actuary dreams about. Modest power, strong crash scores, a simple design, and repair bills that stay reasonable because it shares parts with its hybrid siblings sold by the hundreds of thousands. That parts sharing detail matters more than people realize. The Niro family comes as a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, and a full EV, all built on common hardware. When a Niro EV needs bodywork, the shop is working on a vehicle it already knows, with components that are stocked everywhere. No exotic labor, no 6-week parts delays, no 5-figure claims. Insurers price that predictability straight into your premium. The Niro EV also happens to be a strong car on its own merits. Around 253 miles of range, one of the highest reliability scores of any EV on sale, Kia's 10-year powertrain warranty, and the cheapest lease in America at times, as we covered in a previous video. It will not thrill you at a stoplight, and that is precisely the point. Boring on paper, brilliant on the budget, the Niro EV might be the single most rational EV purchase in the country. Number 7 is the subcompact that multiple studies say insures barely above its gas twin, the Hyundai Kona Electric. That is the headline stat with this one. Research puts the Kona Electric only slightly above comparable gas crossovers on insurance price, which nearly erases the EV insurance penalty that runs 20 to 50% on most electric vehicles. How does it pull that off? The same recipe as the Niro, executed even smaller. The Kona Electric shares its body and most of its parts with the gas and hybrid Kona models that Hyundai sells in enormous volume, so every repair shop in America knows this vehicle. The compact size means less mass in every collision, which means less damage, which means smaller claims. Strong crash test performance seals the deal. For the buyer, the Kona Electric is the city-size sweet spot. Around 261 miles of range in a footprint that makes parking painless, with Hyundai's 10-year powertrain warranty behind it. It is one of the most affordable EVs to buy, and the insurance bill keeps the theme going every single month after. If your driving is mostly urban and suburban, this is one of the lowest total cost EVs money can buy. Number 6 frequently tops the cheapest EV insurance charts outright, the Mini Cooper Electric. Studies from major insurance researchers put the electric Mini among the absolute least expensive EVs to insure in America, which surprises people who assume the premium badge means premium premiums. The math works because of physics and simplicity. The Mini is small and light with a small battery, and less mass plus lower power translates directly into fewer severe claims. The design is straightforward by EV standards. No giant curved screens spanning the dashboard, no air suspension, no exotic drive systems waiting to turn a parking lot scrape into a $10,000 repair. Insurers see a city car with strong safety scores and price it like one. The honest trade-off is range. The electric Mini is built for urban life, not cross-country hauls, with a range figure well below the crossovers on this list. But for the right buyer, that is the entire point. If your life is commutes, errands, and city streets, the Mini delivers the most charming driving experience in the small EV world, a premium-feeling cabin, and an insurance bill that undercuts cars costing half as much. Fun has rarely been this cheap to cover. Number 5 is where the hard dollar figures begin, and it starts with a redemption story. The Fiat 500e, averaging around $2,447 a year. For full coverage, one major insurance study crowned the 500e, the single cheapest EV to insure in its entire dataset. Yes, the same Fiat 500e I put on the flop list a few videos ago for barely selling. Turns out the car nobody's buying is one of the cheapest cars in America to cover. The insurance logic is simple physics again. The 500e is tiny, light, and gentle. A small battery, modest power, and a city car mission that keeps it out of high-speed trouble. Small mass means small claims. Simple design means simple repairs. Insurers rate it accordingly, and the premium lands closer to an economy gas car than a typical EV. Here is where it gets interesting for bargain hunters. Because the 500e sells so slowly, dealers are discounting them aggressively and stacking a fire sale purchase price on top of bottom-tier insurance creates one of the cheapest total ownership packages in the electric world. The honest caveats stand: short range, built for city life, and Stellantis remains a company in turmoil, so buy with eyes open. But for an urban commuter who wants adorable Italian style at rock-bottom running costs, the flop suddenly makes a lot of sense. Number 4 is the shapeshifter of this list. A stylish, powerful, 300-mile crossover that insures like a compact. The Ford Mustang Mach-E, averaging around $174 a month, or roughly $2,088 a year for full coverage. For context, that is over $1,000 a year, less than a Tesla Model Y, for the same driver profile on a vehicle that competes head-to-head with it. The Mach-E wins the insurance game, the domestic way. Ford has one of the largest dealer and certified repair networks in America, so there is no specialized shop shortage inflating claims. Parts flow through mainstream channels at mainstream prices. And with years of Mach-E's on the road, insurers have deep claims data instead of scary guesses. Compare that to newer EV brands where every repair is an adventure, and the premium gap explains itself. Stack this on top of what we covered in the deals video. 0% financing, 90 days of no payments, $1,000 toward your down payment, and the Mach-E's rough sales year keeps converting into buyer advantages. Up to 320 miles of range, Blue Cruise hands-free driving, the drain plug front cooler, and now certified cheap coverage. Ford's pain, your gain on every line of the budget. Number 3 is the insurance darling of the affordable EV world. The Chevrolet Bolt, averaging around $173 a month, roughly $2,076 a year for full coverage. Insurance researchers have literally described GM's budget EV as an insurance darling. Compact, simple, widely sold, and priced to repair like the mainstream car it is. Every factor stacks in the Bolt's favor. It is the cheapest new EV in America at under $29,000, and premiums scale with vehicle value. A lower replacement cost means a lower bill. The LFP battery chemistry is durable and stable. The design avoids expensive exotica, and years of Bolts on American roads give insurers the predictable history they reward. Put the whole package together, and the Bolt might be the cheapest way to drive electric in this country. Full stop. Cheapest purchase price, 255 miles of range, Tesla supercharger access through the native NACS port, and now one of the lowest insurance bills of any EV on sale. The Shadow remains the one I flagged before. Production is limited and reportedly ends next year, so this total value champion comes with a ticking clock. If the math speaks to you, move before the window closes. Number 2 is the most affordable, popular EV to insure in America. The Volkswagen ID.4, averaging $172 a month, $2,066 a year for full coverage. In the major study of popular EVs, the ID.4 beat everything. Cheaper than the Bolt, cheaper than the Mach-E, over $1,000 a year cheaper than a Tesla Model Y, and nearly $1,100 a year cheaper than a Rivian R1T for the identical driver. The recipe is mainstream everything. The ID.4 was built in Tennessee, sold in volume for years, and repaired through one of the largest dealer networks in the world. Its parts are commodity priced. Its design is deliberately conventional, and its early software drama never translated into expensive crash claims, which is all insurers care about. The result is a family-sized electric SUV that insures like a compact gas car. And the buying story is stranger and better than most people know. Volkswagen dropped the ID.4 from the US lineup, which means remaining inventory is being cleared at serious discounts, while the vehicle itself, after years of software updates, is the most polished it has ever been. Comfortable, spacious, up to 291 miles of range, wireless CarPlay standard. A discounted purchase, a matured product, and near bottom insurance. Sometimes the quiet choice is the smart one, and the cheapest EV to insure in America is a 9,000-pound, full-size 500 horsepower pickup truck. The Chevrolet Silverado EV at $1,947 a year for full coverage, $993 for minimum. Out of 33 EV models analyzed across all 50 states, the biggest vehicle in the study came out cheapest. Not the Leaf, not the Bolt, the truck. Nobody predicts this one, so here's the logic. First, it is a Chevrolet truck, and America is built to fix Chevy trucks. Thousands of dealers, tens of thousands of certified body shops, and a parts ecosystem refined over generations of Silverados keep every claim cheap and fast. Second, truck bodies are honest to repair. Big, simple panels, ladder frame durability, none of the exotic aluminum and sensor-packed fascias that turn luxury EV fender benders into five-figure claims. Third, truck drivers as a class file, predictable claims. And insurers price the vehicle's crowd as much as the vehicle. Now connect this to 2 videos ago. The Silverado EV was number 2 on my longest range list at 493 miles. Let that combination sink in. The second longest range EV in America is also the single cheapest to insure. Add 12,500 pounds of towing and available Super Cruise, and the total ownership case for this truck is quietly one of the strongest in the entire electric market. The insurance crown just makes it official. Before we close, 4 tips that work on any EV. First, get quotes before you buy, not after. The same EV can be quoted at $1,900 by one insurer and $6,000 by another. So shop at least 3 carriers on your exact model. Second, ask directly for the EV discount. Several insurers offer green vehicle discounts they will not volunteer. Third, stack the low mileage discount. EV owners who charge at home and drive under 8,000 miles a year can save 5 to 20%. And most EV owners qualify without changing anything. Fourth, consider a $1,000 deductible. It typically trims $15 to $40 a month. Just keep that amount saved for a claim. And the closing thought. Insurance is the forgotten line of EV math. A $200 monthly gap between 2 similar EVs erases years of charging savings. The cars on this list prove electric does not have to mean expensive coverage. Mainstream brands, big repair networks, and honest designs insure like normal cars. Exotic ones do not. Check the quote before you sign, and the electric math stays beautiful. I am Nick, this has been Nick's Car Review, and I will see you in the next one.